Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos, but I also do others like the one you're about to see here. Alright, it is sunny today. We have some sun rays coming in through the window, so they'll probably move by the end of this, but I'm so excited to do this. I didn't want to wait any longer. I know that the November budget kit is due to be out any day now, so please watch out for that. But before I went any further, I wanted to share with you my holiday planner. So this is also going to be free for you to download. The link is in the description. You do have to be a subscriber. So I will need you to say something like, I'm a subscriber, and put your YouTube name in there or something when you request access. So I put a lot of work into this, and I just want it to be as a thank you and a give back to those who support my channel. So I hope you can understand that. I'm going to do a total flip through, and then you'll be able to decide if this is good for you to help you plan for the holidays. So this is a Happy Planner cover. I've been using this for a really long time to house my Christmas planner. Prior to that, I put everything in. This is classic size too. I just want to mention that. I downsized this, or I sized this to be classic, but you can also print it 8.5 by 11. So I'll tell you more about that in a second. But I have been using this planner. I don't want to open it up to like address information. Let me just double check. Like you can see, this is like Happy Planner and everything. I mean, it has been super useful. They did a Christmas kit a while back. I don't know if they still do, but if you were able to get your hands on it, you know how helpful that was. These are some stickers that came with it. So I just put these in here because I'll be using these finally this year in my planner. So this is the cover, and I just used whatever inspiration. There's not really a theme running through this. I just kind of used whatever inspiration struck me for each layout, and you'll be able to see as we move forward, you know, kind of what I'm talking about. But it does say 2024 holiday planner on here, and I'm just really excited about it. I thought this was a fun cover. And when you open it up, we start immediately with November's month on 2 pages. So this planner is going to cover November and December. It's not going to go any further than that because it is meant to be a true holiday planner. So I put some important dates on here. I just kind of like, you know, glanced at my iPhone for most of it just to see if there was anything notable. I did put election day for those of you living in the US. If not, I mean, obviously you can put another sticker on there to cover that up. No big deal. And I also put Thanksgiving's date on here, and then Black Friday sale and Black Friday shopping. It's just so those were noted also. But again, if these don't apply to you in November or December, you can just cover them up with stickers. It's really an easy fix. So you have your month on 2 pages. I did not do a weekly spread for November just because I wasn't sure that that was absolutely necessary. Most of you watching have a planning system that you already use, so I just wanted to keep this very short and sweet. And this can be an accompaniment to your planner, or you can print it out like I did and put it in its own notebook entirely. So speaking about the printing before we go any further, if you are looking to size this for a Happy Planner Classic like I did, you would basically just need to print as usual and then reduce the scale to 82%. So there's a lot of instruction about that out on Google if you lose this video or forget, but if you want to jot that down, you reduce the scale to 82%. And then for my Canon, I think it's a TS 5232, I don't know, it's something like that. I have to print a page. I have to literally take that page, turn it over, run it through the printer again to get double-sided. For those of you who have more advanced printers or advanced printing capabilities, you can just choose double-sided printing, and this will print out perfectly. So just make sure that if you want to see this, you know, consecutively, like you see it here, if you want to turn the page and open it up to your month on 2 pages, just make sure that you are doing double-sided printing from the jump. Otherwise, you are going to print out, like if you were to print this out single-sided, none of this layout would not make sense. For some of these layouts, for some of the pages you can, but for the month on 2 pages, definitely not. So we have a November to-do list, really very simple, very basic. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to make this too complicated because we all have a different way of planning and tracking our tasks. So you just have a bullet pointed box that you can check off your tasks. So you can print multiple copies of this if you need to. So you can print this whole thing out and then you can print 2 more of these back to back. Whatever works for you. Like if you love this particular layout, go ahead and print extras. If you don't love it, don't skip it. If you're printing this out because you want it to lay out exactly as it is, if you skip a page, you may not have that flow. So Thanksgiving Day grocery list. So basically this is just a list for the grocery store. And I added a little category down here that says things others are bringing. I thought that that was handy because most of us who do host Thanksgiving, I know we do, everybody who comes to our house insists on bringing something. It's not even that we want them to, they just insist. So you have to take that into account when you're planning your total meal. All right, so we're gonna flip the page. And the last thing for November is a gratitude journal page. So basically, in the spirit of True Thanksgiving, this gives you some lined notebook paper so you can actually write down the things you're grateful for, or you can recap your Thanksgiving get-together, whatever you want to do here. But the prompt is to write a list of things you're thankful for. All right, so we're getting into December. So this is the majority of the planner. Now, if you see back here, all these dividers here, these are Happy Planner dividers. So what I'm going to do is probably work a lot of these layouts into these sections, but you don't have to have that. It's just something that I already had from my Happy Planner budget kit. So this is the cover page. You open it up immediately to your month on 2 pages. So the things that are notated here, important for me, and might be important for you, is on the 1st, I make sure that we mail our Christmas and holiday cards immediately just so they can get there in time. And then I have Christmas Eve marked, Christmas Day. I have a Boxing Day for the Canadians, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa also notated here, and New Year's Eve. Boxing Day I think is a cute concept. And I know that Canadians celebrate. I'm not sure if anybody else does. Do Australians? I'm not sure. I'm not trying to be clueless about it, but I kind of am clueless about it. And I think that means like the day the majority of people return things to the store. Is that what that means? I don't know. You guys can educate me. But anyways, it was something that I added because I always see it in planners. All right, December to-do list, same thing as November's checklist. This just has a series of boxes that you can check off. You can print multiple pages of this if you want. And then we get into this December weekly planner, starting off with this Sunday, December 1st. So there's a box for each date, and then at the bottom there is a box for notes or pre-planning for the next week. Then you have the next week, the next week, the next week, and then you end up with the last week in December, which goes into the 1st of January. So this ends with Saturday, January 4th to get you through the holidays. I know some people are still celebrating. They're still doing New Year's get-togethers, well past December 31st. It just, depends. Then we get into our Christmas card list. This was super important for me. Let me show you, if I have it handy, what I have been using for a long time. I actually printed out, or I scanned the Happy Planner Christmas card list, and it didn't really have any prompts on here like name, address. I don't think you need that necessarily, but it is nice to have. But I scanned it and I printed these a long time ago, single-sided, so I would have extras because the Happy Planner holiday kit did not provide enough. We have a huge Christmas card list, and it includes like family, extended family, of course, friends, co-workers, for both of us, just a long list. So for myself, I printed out several pages. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 included in the kit. So 10 times 6 would be 60 addresses. I don't even think that's going to be enough. Usually we have around 80. So you can print extras if you need that. But the prompts here, I will zoom in so you can see, is name, address, city, state, zip code. And then here, I thought this was really helpful. You can check off if you mailed the card and if you received a card from that person. I think that's kind of nice because I used to save our Christmas cards that we received year after year after year, and finally I let go of them. But it is nice to look back and say, oh, you know what, that person sent a card that year. I wish I would have scanned a lot of them, or taken screen or photos, but I didn't. I don't know. So anyways, here we have a recipe card, and you can cut this a little bit better than I did, but again, I was sizing for the Happy Planner Classic, so it was just a little bit off with the border. In fact, anytime there's a fill, quote unquote, so a whole page like this, I'm going to have a white border, because Canva, I don't think, can export to take into consideration a fill or a bleed. All right, so the recipe card, you put your recipe up here, and then there's a little box here to put how many servings, prep time, cook time, and then your list of ingredients and your directions, and then notes down here. So you can use this for cookies. You can use it for your favorite holiday recipes. This comes obviously in the layout 4 of these, but you can print extras, of course. You can print a whole binder just of these. And then your 2024 Christmas gift list. So we have name, gift ideas, the price, and then you can check off whether it was purchased and or wrapped. So I think that's really handy too. And then that's back to back. And then lastly, I just have one of these. You can print more, your Christmas movie list. So those of you who are like me and love holiday movies, and especially holiday Hallmark movies, I didn't put anything like Hallmark branded on this, but this for me is probably going to be filled with Hallmark Christmas movies. So you have a little film reel box here that you can write in the title of the movie and maybe the year that the movie was produced. So I thought that was a cute way to end it. So there's tons of prompts and pages and worksheets and layouts for you to organize yourself for the holidays. And I really hope this helps. I mean, leave me a comment if this is something that you are excited to use, that you're going to use. And I say this in almost every one of my videos where I give away an entire workbook or budget kit. If you aren't a paper planner or you don't have the capability to print this out, for example, you can always use like an app, or if you have Adobe Acrobat, you can change this into a digital planner. You can just take my file and convert it for yourself. I'm going to look into seeing if I can do that for you guys, but I'll have to see if I can from home. That'll be the key. And I will definitely do a video and let you know if I was able to do that. But you may have to do it in your own system. I really don't know that much about it because I'm not a digital planner, to be honest. But I will look into it. And there was something else I wanted to mention to you. If you don't have a Happy Planner or you don't have a tool notebook that uses the same disc system, you can always print this out on regular paper. You don't have to have anything special. Print it out on copy paper. You can even hole punch it for a 3-ring binder. Or if you don't have a hole punch, you can always use the plastic page protectors. Print this out and slide them into the page protector. You don't have to hole punch or anything. The page protectors are already hole punched. You can go get yourself a red or a forest green binder, something very holiday looking, and maybe even print out an extra cover if your binder comes with one of those sleeves on the front, the clear plastic, and then you'll be able to see this as soon as you print that out and insert it. But anyways, those are just some ideas of how you can use this file. But like I said, this is for subscribers, so please leave me a comment when you request access, and just let me know what your YouTube username is so I know that you are a subscriber. I'm not trying to be like all red tape about it or anything like that, but I am trying to keep this just for people who are using it in the way it was intended, as a give back for my subscribers, and also so people just don't take it and convert it to something totally different and take my whole design, because that happens. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in my next video.